My friends, let me tell you about Mittens. She was a sweet calico, usually, but come 3 a.m. her owner would hear it. Asterisk, clink, crash. Another precious knick-knack sacrifice to the feline gods of gravity. This wasn't just Mittens being clumsy. Oh no, this was a performance. A carefully orchestrated symphony of destruction, designed to get a reaction, and boy did it work. Her human would jump out of bed and Mittens would just look up purring as if to say, "Finally you're awake." This little scene plays out in countless homes, a familiar tale for many a cat parent. So what's the deal with our beloved furballs and their uncanny ability to send things flying? Is it a secret mission to redecorate our homes, one shattered mug at a time? Or is there something deeper, something more instinctual, driving this chaotic behavior? We see them, perched on the edge of a shelf, eyeing that pen, that glass of water, that anything not nailed down. The paw extends, slowly, deliberately. Then, it's a universal cat language, this act of knocking things over, and it often leaves us humans scratching our heads in bewildered amusement. The targets are often varied, aren't they? One day it's the remote control, seemingly leaping to its doom. The next it's a set of keys, jangling their way off the counter. Sometimes it's a delicate figurine, a treasured photo frame, or even a full glass of water, strategically placed near expensive electronics, or so it feels. These little acts of defiance, or perhaps curiosity, are a hallmark of cat behavior. It's not just about the fall, it's about the sound, the movement, and most importantly, our reaction. This behavior, while sometimes frustrating, is a fascinating window into the feline mind. It's rarely born out of pure malice, despite how it might feel when your favorite vase meets an untimely end. Instead, it's a complex mix of their innate nature, their intelligence, and yes, sometimes a little bit of boredom, or a plea for attention. So let's dive into the world of these tiny, furry demolition experts and figure out what makes them tick, or rather, what makes them topple. Understanding is the first step to a more harmonious home for both you and your mini panther. First up, let's talk about that incredible prey drive. Deep inside your fluffy couch potato beats the heart of a hunter, a raw cat if you will. When a cat bats at an object, they're often testing it. Is it alive? Will it scurry away? That little tap is an exploratory poke, much like they would do with a mouse or an insect. If the object moves or makes an interesting sound, it becomes even more engaging. This instinct is hardwired, a relic of their wild ancestors who needed to investigate anything new in their environment to survive. Then there's the undeniable power of attention. Cats are smart cookies, folks. They learn very quickly what gets us humans moving and talking. If knocking that pencil off the desk makes you jump up, look at them, and maybe even say their name, even if it's in an exasperated tone, then mission accomplished. They've successfully trained to respond. This isn't them being naughty, it's them being clever social communicators using the tools at their disposal, or rather, the objects on your shelves, to get a bit of your focus. Boredom is another major player in the knock-it-over game. Imagine being a creature designed for stalking, pouncing, and exploring, but you're stuck indoors with the same old scenery day in and day out. If there's not enough stimulation, your cat will find ways to entertain themselves. Sending that chapstick flying across the room can be a thrilling game of self-made fetch, or a way to create some excitement in an otherwise uneventful afternoon. A bored cat is a creatively destructive cat, always looking for the next interesting interaction. Finally, simple curiosity plays a huge role. Cats are inherently inquisitive creatures. They use their paws to explore the world around them, much like we use our hands. What is this thing? What happens if I touch it? What if I push it a little harder? These are the questions running through their furry little heads. The act of pushing something and watching it fall, observing the physics of it all, is a learning experience. It's their way of conducting little science experiments, all in the name of understanding their environment better. So, your cat is a serial object tosser. Don't despair. We can totally redirect that energy into more positive outlets. It's not about stopping the behavior by scolding. That often just confuses them or makes them stressed. Instead, we need to provide them with things to do, things that satisfy those same instincts. Think of it as giving them a more appropriate job, one that doesn't involve redecorating your floor with your belongings. This is where enriching their environment becomes key to channeling their inner mojo. One of the best ways to combat this behavior is through dedicated interactive playtime. I'm talking about feather wands, laser pointers, used responsibly, always ending on a catch with a physical toy, or even a string toy. Mimic the movements of prey. Quick darts, hiding and fluttering. This allows your cat to stalk, chase, and pounce, fulfilling that powerful hunting instinct. Aim for at least 2 10 to 15-minute sessions a day. A tired cat is a happy cat, and often a less destructive cat. This play also strengthens your bond, which is a huge win-win. Puzzle toys are another fantastic tool in your arsenal. These are toys that make your cat work for their food or treats. They have to bat, roll, or manipulate the toy to get the reward. This engages their brain, satisfies their curiosity, and provides a constructive outlet for that paw-tapping energy. There are tons of options out there, from simple treat balls to more complex puzzles. Start easy and gradually increase the difficulty as your cat gets the hang of it. This is a great way to keep them occupied, especially when you're not home. Don't forget the importance of vertical space and environmental enrichment. Cats love to climb and survey their kingdom from on high. Cat trees, shelves, and window perches give them new perspectives and areas to explore. Scratching posts, both vertical and horizontal, allow them to stretch and mark their territory appropriately. Rotating toys can also keep things fresh and exciting. The more engaging and stimulating their environment is, the less likely they are to seek out forbidden toys on your countertops and shelves. It's super important to remember that when your cat sends your favorite pen flying, it's rarely an act of deliberate rebellion. They aren't trying to annoy you on purpose, even if it feels that way at 3 a.m. More often than not, they're communicating a need for play, for attention, for mental stimulation, or simply to satisfy their natural instincts. Understanding this shifts our perspective from frustration to empathy, which is the foundation of a great relationship with our feline companions. Think of it as a call for connection, not a declaration of war on your decor. Take some time to observe your cat. When do they tend to knock things over? What objects do they target? What happens right before and right after? Are they looking at you while they do it? These observations can give you crucial clues about their motivation. If it's always around mealtime, maybe they're hungry. If it's when you're busy, they might be seeking interaction. Becoming a cat detective helps you understand their unique triggers and tailor your solutions effectively, fostering that awesome cat mojo. When you do provide those positive outlets, like puzzle toys or a fun play session, make sure to reinforce the good stuff. If your cat is happily batting at a designated toy instead of your eyeglasses, offer praise, a gentle pet, or a small, healthy treat. Positive reinforcement is way more effective than punishment. It teaches your cat what you want them to do rather than just scaring them or making them anxious about what they do. This builds trust and makes learning a positive experience for them. Ultimately, living with cats means embracing their unique, sometimes quirky, behaviors. By understanding why they do the things they do, like transforming your desk into a launching pad, we can meet their needs more effectively. This leads to a happier cat and a more peaceful, harmonious home for everyone. So embrace the chaos a little, provide the right outlets, and enjoy the incredible journey of understanding your amazing, complex, and often hilarious mini panther. That's the path to true cat harmony.